Alright, so we're back with some more Persona 3. Uh, we're gonna attempt the martyr boss fight, but first uh, I want to grab a Sura if possible. Now I'm gonna go ahead and register everybody here, and people are gonna be like, well, you're gonna lose your chakra, ring, which essentially gives you free spell master. Which kind of blows for a next playthrough, but for our current playthrough, we're fine with it. Uh, we also didn't really use it that much like that either. So now that's just going to give us some insane fusion quality for Asura here. Of course, I need to go and actually grab all those. Except I don't think I have Quascodal, do I? Do I not? I probably don't, is the thing. In which case, kind of defeats the whole thing. Yeah, I don't have Quascodal. Okay, well, that's... Can I even fuse them like that? Probably not. Vitala, Succubus. We still couldn't make Lilith either in order to get Beelzebub. Which I'm not sure at this point what I could possibly need in order to make either of these ones. All the devils apparently are just making the Aeon Arcanas. For the most part, at least. Alright, I was hoping maybe we could get Asura before going into this, but that's fine. Well, we're not taking ice into this. Hey, yeah, that's a good joke. Yukari, get in here. Go ahead and save our party in this setup. That way we can just keep running back in there as needed. Is there anything we need to equip or anything before we go in here? Is there anything better? Not necessarily that. Holy shoes. Only evade electric. It's not evade magic. Like, the Mirage sandals are evade magic low. It works in all magic. I think I'm forced to take the spirit bracers on my main on the off chance she uses dark magic. That's about as good as Yukari's gonna get right there. Consider the internal play. I don't think I have anything better for you guys. And then, of course, you got the Goddess Boots, which is +2 to all stats. And then you have Weakness Nullification, good enough for me. And this is about as good as Akihiko is going to get, at least in terms of what we have on us at the moment. Accessory may or may not. I might be able to get something better. We have increased electric damage on us right now. Vitality ring, SP rings we don't need. I don't think there's anything lower than that. Yeah, no. Alright, so we're about as good as we can get without, like, leaving Tartarus. So I guess we go for it, huh? You feel a terrifying presence. You don't say. This is going to be extremely annoying, the fact that I'm going to have to, like, scan her every turn.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I forget if you resisted Almighty or not, but we can start with our setups. We will absolutely need to play this like a real fight. I mean, buffs, debuffs, all that good stuff. Lower your attack. We've got the HP, so she should, unless she's going for real weaknesses, we shouldn't be going down too much. Outside of like a 9,999 Megidolin, but you know, there's only so much you can really do about that. What if I throw barriers early? That wouldn't be the worst idea, right? I think I still have some on me. Magic Mirror, sure, why not? I could have done damage with Yukari, but you know, we're prepping, you know? Primal Force, okay. Oh, that was enough. I know we lowered her attack and all, but that was nothing. Alright, Mind Charge Maggie Dolan, your defense as it drops, so it's not going to hurt as much. Okay, so it does a decent amount. 408 certainly doesn't hurt. Now we can lower your defense. Nobody should need a heal. Really should be having the prey on our weaknesses at this point in order for us to really be a bit more concerned about our current damage. I'm forgetting that I need
Give
the...
me a sec. I'll
I
scan the
forgot.
target.
Is there... I guess I can Ice Breaker. Yeah, that could work. I could Ice Break. Forget they gave us our break skills and I didn't fodder them away, mostly because I didn't have the ability to do so. Alright, well, my healer and Mitsuru can't do damage to her. At least in the current setup. Oh, I forgot how quick your debuffs run out because of the fact that you get 2 turns per
Guns
turn.
and bows aren't going to work on it.
Okay, so strike and slash damage currently.
Be careful.
And of course Almighty, because Almighty, so... Strike and slash, well, that covers us at the very least. Your attack's back up, time to keep dropping that. Definitely starting to feel more like Junpei would be better than Mitsuru for this, although we can just Ice Break. Nobody's really close HP-wise on dying here just yet. So, go ahead and Windbreak now. Even though that's going to run out really quickly too, because it's going to burn off turn. That's really annoying. Your defense down is already... Oh, man. Every other turn it wears really Mitsuru. Oh, good, and that's just power charge. That's good. Alright, well, time to drop the Maggie Dolan. Man, it's almost like it's not even worth debuffing her because she just clears it one turn after.
Too slow.
Oh, really? 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 Is this what we're doing right now? Really? Your attack down is still applied for all like 5 seconds. We can drop her evasion on the off chance that'll be enough to hopefully keep people alive from her power charge here. You're mind charged. You're probably still
I'll scan the target.
immune to ice here. So we'll go ahead and Ice Break. We'll throw out a heal because she has power charge right now. And a power charge crit would definitely have the ability to down us. Ow. How's it with power charge though?
It seems ice doesn't work.
Okay, so strike and pierce. Akahika, bruh. Can you not? Oh, my. And of course, now you switch personas, so now your weaknesses are back in. Okay, well, Mind Charge Maggie Golden continues to be our play here.
I've regained my honor.
Have you? I don't know if you have, but excellent out on that one. I guess we keep going for the debuffs for when we do actually hit. We need it to hit hard. You should still be ice broken. It seems like the break actually stays a bit longer, unlike the other ones. Your evasion's down, so this should hit. Never mind, it wore off already. Great, I guess Mitsuru's only a basic attacker right now. That's so good for me. Wow, that really blows. I guess I kind of want Junpei and maybe even Igus for this fight. If that's the case, she's going full physical damage. That's gonna hurt. I forgot we had a a magical barrier up. That's probably why she's not actually going after my resistances, or my weaknesses, I should say. Yeah,
Give me a sec. I'll scan the
Alright.
target.
I'm mind charged, am I not? I am. I guess I could still do physical skills, but it's not going to do better than my mind charge Maggie Golden. Surely not. 558, that'll hurt just a little bit. Your defense is still down. We don't really need your damage down is the thing. Your evade being down though is good, so when I do throw out the Mind Charge Maggie Dolan, it actually lands. Mitsuru, there's really not much for you to do. I guess it's really just physical attacks.
It seems strong against
Of
strikes.
course. You drain at some point, though, with one of her personas, which is gross to think about. And I won't know because the scan is always too late. Why does it not keep the data if you're still in the fight? That makes no sense. This is power charged, isn't it? Ah, well, we took her evasion down. Alright, well, that shouldn't be power charged, so people should live. And they did. She hasn't dropped the 9,999 Maggie Dolan yet, so we must be doing enough damage. At least to the point where she doesn't feel the need to insta-kill us at the moment. Even though Mitsuru's only doing data. Junpei surely is better at this point. I mean, Mitsuru not being able to use her ice when she has Mind Charge and everything else is like an actual insult to injury, but alright. Oh good, you drain off of that one. Great, of course you did, but oh, let me just check it. Oh wait, I can't because every time she switches persona, oh, let me scan that for you. Thanks for the good. Like, bruh. Ow. Oh good, and now you have hidden evasion back up again. That really doesn't do all too much damage, which is good for us. Of course, your evasion's back up, so my charge Maggie Dolan kind of be a bit spooky. Did manage to hit it. Keep that decrease defense down, keep the evasion down. I really don't want to have to like go level up Junpei or something, but this is just, I can't even use Mitsuru half the time because she's gonna drain the skill. Or, not even drain the skill, but drain my basic attack. And she doesn't have enough healing like Ikari for me to make Mitsuru the healer and then have Ikari do damage. Really? Every time they crit, she just goes immediately for a power charge to finish people off. Ew. And nobody should really be using nobody should at least lose the once more outside of a nasty crit. I mean, I may as well just, but then she's gonna nullify all the elements as well, in which case, Ikari's not gonna be doing magic damage like that either. Man. Alright, so it definitely is physical damage for Margaret. I mean, there's pretty much no if, and, or but about it when she nullifies every element. In which case it would have been better to level Junpei, or maybe even I guess over Mitsuru. At the very least, I guess could keep giving me actual buffs to my party. Akihiko still seems fine. Having defense, or debuffs is pretty good. Alright, no strike, which means Mitsuru actually can't do anything this turn. Because she doesn't have any, so that's... I keep forgetting I have Argamendons that I can be using right now. And I probably should be using, although we should probably have her evasion down if we're going to do that. Although she might have like an insta-kill attack or something if that ends up being the case. I can't hit her with ice either, of course, because she's set up for that as well. Can you... There's no buffing items in this game. That's so... Oh, man. That's definitely a nice thing to have in the other one. I guess we could drop a Megiddo Jam. I'll expect it to do insane damage, but at least you're doing damage. 150? At least it's base 150. Everybody else is basically at full HP, in which case, at least it's damage per turn. Oh, well, there's the Maggie Dolan. which everybody will live through the first one thanks to the fact that everybody has their once more. Of course, if she just drops another one, then it doesn't matter. Okay, well. Alright, well, let's play that differently then, if that's the case. Alright, go ahead and go back in here. You sure you wish that, or yes? Alright, what if we just throw down Argamendon? So, what if we just put everything on the table here, huh? Items. Only we can use Argamendon, huh? Deals ultimate damage to all foes. Let's do it. Argamendon, baby. What was that? Satan Michael? Was that what it was? Or Satan and Lucifer?
No.
Ooh, that damage. That's just a lot of damage. I could have decreased her defense first. What are the odds that it actually means anything, though? You know, like. Oh, she doesn't have resistances yet. She's still her normal self, so we can actually go for regular ice damage against her. At least currently for this turn. That's 10,000 damage in one turn. Surely that should be enough for her to let the fight continue for just a little bit, right? Surely. Oh. That's a Megidolan, but is that the 9,999 Megidolan? It is at least one. Okay. Oh, and she's just gonna heal the full. Okay, well that basically just confirmed that she only has 30k HP. Which I say 30k HP as if it's not insane amounts of HP for an ultimate boss, but here we go. What are the chances that she drops another 9,999 Megidolan? And what are the chances I can make it miss if I lower her evasion more? What are the odds? What are the chances you heal off of ice after switching the slime? Surely not, right? You might nullify it though. Apparently not. If only there was a way I could just pass my turn. If I had like a baton pass or something, like from 5, and just kept passing it off to my mate. Okay, she's just gonna keep dropping Megidolans, huh? Okay, so we can only use Argamendon as a finisher, based on that. But that does mean, unless she immediately heals off the Argamendon damage, then I might be able to drop 2 on her. So if I can drop her... if I can drop her down like 10,002 health, I should be able to kill her with that. Assuming I can get 2 Megidolans off. Or 2 Argamendons. She probably only does that because of how good it is. Like, if I use regular stuff, would it not cover it? Infinity? I mean, invincibility for 1 turn for the party, there's that. But then she just uses Megidolan after my turn anyways, so then I can't even protect myself against it like that. Combines all Kaja skills in 1 ally. I can use that on myself. And then, I guess I'm the only damage dealer here with all this, which is ridiculous to think about. Sure, why not? Best friends? Wow. And then go ahead and lower defense. And just see how much damage we can do to her, huh? Everybody else can more or less just defend at this point, I guess. Except for this first turn, we can do damage to her. Although after this turn... Martial arts, yep. Oh, you crit me, you would. You're gonna get a power charge hit with this too. That's gonna hurt. Oh boy, don't crit me. And you crit him. Good. Alright, mind charge. Well, we still have all of our ups on us.
Akihiko-senpai is dizzy.
Nakahiko's not going to be able to cover us with debuffs this turn, unfortunately. I guess we'll throw a Mind Charge on the off chance that we are ever actually able to land a magic attack on her. I don't see it being the case at the current moment, but you know, in an off world, maybe, just maybe we'll be able to get one.
Electricity doesn't work on it.
Yeah, everything doesn't work on it, Fuka. I don't know if you noticed or not, but okay, as long as she's doing single target attacks, we're chilling.
No.
That is definitely not enough damage, especially for me having all of the buffs on me. Like, I know her defense is down, but like, come on. Man, Mitsuru is just like so like useless. It feels like such a bad word to use for it, but like she doesn't do anything for me right now. I mean, yes, she can drop Megiddo items, although that might trigger the 9,000. I highly doubt Megiddo gems would trigger the 9,999 Megiddo one. That would almost seem like a bug at that point, because that, why would an item like that? I mean, unless it triggers it the same way it triggers like an Argument, but it doesn't look like that's the case as of yet. Of course, she might have just dropped the. Nah, there's no way. We used turn 1 Armageddon, and yet she still managed to use it on us, so that can't be it. That was with all my buffs up right there, too. So we'll Mind Charge, we'll Best Friends, and then we'll attempt the attacker again here. I guess for the time being, we should just at least do a little bit of damage to her, that hopefully make it so she doesn't
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
feel like she needs to drop it on us. I really don't even need to heal either. Or the chances that wind works on her? Probably not. Yeah, I had a feeling that'd be the case. Vorpal Blade, sure, why not? Defense, man, that's like the one real buff I want on her at this point, is just the defense down, so that way I can do damage to her for real. Oh my, I hate everything. If there is a turn limit to this fight, that was such a waste of a turn. Well, you know, I guess Yukari's not dying anytime soon, but, you know, I wouldn't like the damage, I'm just saying. Of course, I can't have Mitsuru do that for me, because she can't use that stuff. Alright, then, yeah, And then I should heal after that. So SP in this fight, at least so far, is not really an issue. It's weak, Margaret. That's what it is. It's weak. I said it. It's weak. Probably should have looked more at some of the other fusion stuff while I was out there at the antique store, but we're here now. That means Pierce should at least work on her then. She only covers one of those physicals every time she switches. Really, Akihiko? Really? Why you gotta be like this? And now my defense debuff is already worn down. Alright, I have Best Friends, I've got Mind Charge, this Maggie Dolan, I mean the defense down isn't there anymore, but it's gonna hurt. 558, I mean really not as much as I would like, but the defense down wasn't there, so there is that. I also don't have, well, I do have attack up on me now because of Best Friends.
I'm worried about Akihiko-senpai.
Are you? Really? Well, I mean, I guess we may as well go for a break. We should at least get like one turn. If she's only getting 2, then it would just burn 2 turns, in which case I could do damage every other turn with Miss Hero, which is still not ideal, but at least better than nothing. God's Hand, that's gonna hurt a little bit, just don't get crit, okay, thanks. Brave Blade. Single target attacks, best attacks out of Margaret here, just could not care less about him. We don't even really get that much time with best friends, because if we two out of the 3 turns we're using Mind Charge, which is pretty lame, but it is what it is. You are ice broken, so we can actually land this. Oh no, it switches off of. It ruins your break skill when she switches personas. Wow, that's really cool. Glad I have break skills, am I right? Bruh. What? Half my people are useless in this fight. What is this? And then they don't even have supporting buff. Like, half of them don't even have supporting buffs like that. Like, I guess. Okay. Like, and now all my best friend buffs are gone. Rip. What is this fight, man? Like, half of everything I have doesn't even work. Alright. Is your defense down still? She hasn't dropped the insta-kill Megidol in just yet, so there's that at least. But that's about it. Guess we'll throw the Mind Charge on the off chance that you're ever able to use the ability to not scan her and, like, keep the data, so that way I know. I mean, it seems like everything's immune to all forms of magic anyways, no matter what persona it is, in which case it seems like only physical damage works on her, which is pretty lame, honestly, considering we have a good amount of people where, like, magic is basically their only thing. That just be like, oh, actually, you can't really use any of those, you just gotta use physical damage dealers only. Sorry, not sorry. It's like, well, okay, then. It might be the opposite for Elizabeth, though, if that's the case. Your defense is down. I guess that's the only real people I care about at this point. If you're draining Strike, then you shouldn't be draining Slash at the moment. Even high rolling that, that's just gonna do neutral damage. You also shouldn't be draining Pierce right now, but I guess I'll make sure that Yukari's at full HP since she's close to 600. Which should still be enough. Alright, well, there's the Megidol. I guess I gotta. Oh, it's so lame. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go back and build Aegis and Junpei then. I really don't necessarily want to do that, but considering half my people can't even attack half the time, like, there's just no point to it. Alright, glad I farmed them up for that. Great. Well, at least we still have our skills. Alright, you know what then? We're gonna go ahead and take a look at Elizabeth then. So we're just gonna speed run our way, ideally, to Elizabeth. We'll kick everyone out of the party, so that way my main can fight her alone. And hopefully we can make use of it. Hopefully we can beat her. Even though we haven't even tried her once yet, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna go, but you know, it's something. If it's anything like the other games, Margaret's gonna have like a full heal at some point once you drop her HP low enough, in which case I'll have to take down her HP again, which is always lame, but they love doing it, so it would not surprise me in the slightest if both Margaret and Elizabeth had that capability in this one. I'm not trying to fight things, man, I'm just trying to... Alright, nerd, get out the way.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Okay, alright. You want to be like that? Fine, man. I mean, the Omnipotent Orb would be insane if I get it from Margaret, then use it against or from Elizabeth, and then use it against Margaret.
Enemy
Now, I
defeated.
mean, that could be a strat. It's not even a point to this fight. Everybody's maxed out. Maybe I should have just brought Junpei and Igus. At the very least, they would actually benefit from these rando fights that I run into in here. Especially since I can't take them into the Elizabeth fight. At the very least, they'd be getting XP out of it. Oh, good. Saturn hit level 96. Great. We could also always come back out of Tartarus, level up our social links up more. Hopefully that would give us enough in order to be able to fuse new personas and then potentially pick from better personas from that. But I mean, our Vishnu is very strong, like, so it makes me, I don't know, man. Like, am I really gonna get much stronger than Vishnu the way he is right now? I mean, basically blocks everything but 3 elements, really more like 2, because Dark isn't really like that, so it's really more like only 2 elements I can realistically take damage from. I don't even take physical damage, doesn't even matter what form it is. Looks like once we hit level 99, a majority of the shadows at the very least are scared of us. So we're kind of free just to run around now, which is also another nice thing. It also should make getting first turn attacks as well as potential all-out attacks easier with people like Junpei and Igus and whatnot. This is going to be an absolutely annoying run every time we fail on Elizabeth. Of course, you know, if we just beat her on the first try forehead, then you don't even got to worry about it, right?
3 enemies. Be careful.
Alright, we're gonna try and only use physical skills on our main. Not that we don't have items, so that we can just give them HP back with and SP, but still. The others, it doesn't matter what we use, because if we're fighting Elizabeth, we're only using our main anyways. I need a... Where's my max repels at, man? It would make life so much easier. Or you got like some of the games like Bravely Default and whatever, where you have a passive skill where it's like anybody who has HP lower, or not HP, but like is X amount of lower levels than you just automatically gets obliterated before even running into you. So even if they do run into you, they just like essentially
Enemies. Be careful.
disappear. You don't get like items or anything from it, but it essentially acts as like a permanent max repel if you want to think about it that way, which is pretty nice. This helps me going through some of the weaker areas easy. Not that this is necessarily a weak area, but considering we're maxed out at this point, they're not weak, it's just that we're built different, you know? Margaret, I think the only way I'm beating Margaret at this point is building up. Igus definitely seems like one, and not necessarily because of Igus actually herself, more so like the buffs that she can keep feeding my main, and then probably Junpei just for the physical damage. I don't even need his defense up buff, I just need damage and like consistent damage output for Margaret, because it definitely has to be like a DPS check. I don't necessarily think it's every turn, but I imagine it's like every couple of turns it checks. And it's like if her HP isn't at or below this number, like go ahead and just drop the infinite Megidolin on them. I highly doubt that they give it any less than 100% accuracy either, considering it's like meant there to wipe you.
There are 2 enemies.
Surely we can run from this. Okay. Oh. That's lead. Yeah. Well, apparently I'm not running away from that. Whatever. Surely there's no way I use 999 SP in the ultimate boss fights. Even if I do have somas and whatnot, it's really not that big of a deal. Now, I'm pretty convinced at this point I'm going to have to build at either Junpei or I guess at least one of the two, if not both of them. Just because, like, I just do not do enough damage to her. Like, Mitsuru was basically hard countered in that fight. The fact that Margaret just destroys every element due to the fact that she nullifies it. Like, the only reason that Yukari isn't completely out, of course, is the fact that she has healing. Otherwise, she would basically be out too. I guess learns all physical skills, so surely she would be one that I want to bring into that fight. Although her actual, like, stats are pretty garbage. Like, I know she's, like, way under leveled compared to us. But even still, like, so far, the stats are, like, really not there at the moment. Alright, immediately picked a 10 and you hate to see it. Bro, this is like the walk of shame, like every time you lose the Elizabeth too. Oh man. Why did they think this was a good idea? I mean, if they give you a teleporter, like after you fight and potentially lose to her once, and it like allows you to just return to her immediately, then it will be fine. If you gotta go through all 10 floors every time you have to go re-fight her, then like, bruh, you know, like,
You're unworthy.
I really don't want to farm anymore. Like, I really do not want to. But I think I'm gonna have to in order to beat that Margaret fight at the very least. Elizabeth, on the other hand, we'll have to see how we do by ourselves. I feel like we should do relatively okay. We could probably take advantage of Argamendon as well. Although she probably has the same Argamendon essentially counter as Margaret, presumably. So I've got to get her down to at least 9,999 health. Or I guess I can. I guess it depends if Elizabeth gets double turns like Margaret does. I mean, if we're on a 1v1, surely she'll only get one turn, right? 2 turns would be pretty OP, especially in the 1v1. 2 turns for Margaret makes sense. It's a 1v4, right? But a 1v1 with us versus somebody like Elizabeth, presumably she's going to be just as strong as Margaret. So, like, you know, thinking about it that way, that's definitely a bit of a yikes. I really wish there was a faster way to get to Elizabeth, like even just running it through this one time. And that's what the majority of the shadows already running away from us. It's just these areas are so big. The rest of the game, like half the floors or like half the blocks, the floors weren't even that big. And then this one, they're like, oh, we gotta just put absolutely everything in here. You're not gonna let me run, are you? Nice. Alright. Well, we gotta at least attempt it, right? That saves us the most amount of time if we're actually able to get away with it. It's just, you know, actually getting away with it is the thing. Oh, man. There's no way to speed this up either. Like, I don't have a run by. Ooh, a rare chest, though? Alright. We can take that. We take those. But then if I die after I grab the rare chest, it's probably not going to count that I got. Oh my, really? I will say, Resay and 4 definitely better. The fact that she guarantees escapes from fights is really nice. Essentially, you know, escape ropes, but like on every fight, or Pokey Dolls, I guess is maybe a better way of putting it. Smoke balls.
Just one more.
1800 XP again. I say 1800 XP as if it actually matters at this point. Like, bro, you're level 99, calm down. Eternal Plate. Okay, we can give that to Yukari. People are gonna hate me for this, and I hate myself for it, but like, okay, so if we lose to Elizabeth, it might replace the fact that we got that item, and people are gonna be like, who cares, it's only like a +2 or whatever to your stats, but it's also extra defense for Yukari, which I'm not saying will necessarily like make or break a fight against Margaret, but it's still another bonus to that fight that we didn't have before going into that fight. So as much as I would love to have just kept going after getting that rare chest, if I did lose and I had lost access to that item, then I'd be slightly salty at it. Tell me I can just run? Oh my god. I don't want to fight every shadow, bro. But I can't not fight them after this, because if I fail again, it's just gonna take just that much longer. Oh, it's so late. Why couldn't they just make every shadow run away after hit level 99, man?
For him as well. I'll do my best.
We may as well look at our final maxed out like level 99 stats so far as everybody with our ultimate weapons, being Mitsuru and Akihiko here. 99 magic, 67 strength, 64 endurance, 73 agility, 63 luck. Not bad. Akihiko, on the other hand, 79 strength, 80 magic, 65 endurance, 73 agility, 57 luck. I think Mitsuru might slightly have more stats than Akihiko, but they're both pretty similar in that regard. Let's go ahead and have Yukari heal us. Not that it should really matter, but at the very least we'll be ready for more fights that we're forced into. At the very least, while we're running through the areas, we could still run into those random rare chests, and they're actually giving me better items as a result. I mean, maybe the policeman would give me better items as we get closer to the final boss, right? He might have like one final set of like ultimate gear to hand out to us. But surely the best armor that we would find in the game would be in this dungeon. I mean,
Everyone seems tired. Can we call it a night?
shut up, Voga. Shut up. You're being a real Ken right now, and I just can't have it. You're telling me this little pleb's running after me?
There's one
Really?
enemy.
Surely this man doesn't outspeed any of my people at this point. Shuffle time, I don't want it. I'm good. Rank 10 XP when I don't need it anymore. Great. I should actually just pick up the weapons at this point, at least with our group that are all level 99 here, because at least I can still sell them once we eventually leave Tartarus, which will give me more money. Although ideally, if I can beat Margaret and Elizabeth by the time we get out of Tartarus on this day, then we won't need anything, because if we can beat Margaret and Elizabeth, like, Nyx is gonna be easy mode by comparison. At least I would hope so. Otherwise, like, Nyx might be built different. Like Ryuji's talking about. Like, oh, we would never win against Nyx, but we'll find a way. Come on. Such a drag to try and find these stairs, man. And being able to reveal the entire floor would have been a nice feature for Fuka as well. I mean, sometimes, we had it happen, what, maybe one time in the entirety of Tartarus, where she was like, oh, the entire floor is, like, clear for you or whatever, but not necessarily clear enemies, but, like, revealed to us. It was like, wow, and then it was like one of the shortest floors ever, so we just went pretty much right up, and it kind of like negated the whole wow factor. But hey, you know, better than never, I guess. Thankfully, at least a lot of these shadows are scared of us, in which case we can just run past them. It's probably the quickest way to find better gear, too, is just continually running down this area until you get to the point where you got more or less all the ultimate quote-unquote gear. I guess if he's gonna be in the way, we may as well get the initiative. We probably have a better chance of running, too, if we get initiative. It might be guaranteed, though I wouldn't be entirely sure on that. There's still quite a few shadows over here, though, that are not afraid of us, despite us being a full team of level 99s. Just chilling. I really went all the way around in a circle, huh? That's great. Okay, well... life's pain. Please, just put me right next to the stairs. There we go. It's... yeah, if you could just do that the rest of the time, that'd be great. I doubt I'll be that lucky. Nah, if you're gonna be in the way, we may as well be in initiative.
3 dazed enemies. This is our chance.
Our chance to run away, you mean, Fuga? Of course. There's gotta be a better way to tell where the stairs are in this place. Let me just find every dead end real quick. Come on. I just want to find Elizabeth, man. I'll probably get dunked on, but at least give me the opportunity to get dunked on.
Yukari-chan's enraged.
I'm gonna attempt it. Nice. I don't know why I tried that run in. We know how this goes in this game by this point.
Be careful.
I wonder if there's a separate set chance of you actually escaping from fights. I mean, there's some skills that are supposed to increase your chance of being able to escape from fights, like fast retreat and whatnot, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee that you get out of it. Wow, they're big stone boys. How can I know? Of course, alright, whatever. Screw you guys. I'll kill you.
Mitsuru-senpai is unconscious.
Oh my. Bruh. And then Yukari's not up to res or whatever. Surely with 50 revive items, we wouldn't. We don't even last long enough in the martyr fight to even be concerned about them like that. And there goes Mitsuru yet again. Bruh. About time, Yukari, now if you would. Oh, lower my head, what's wrong with you?
That's the last one.
Out of my way! The enemy's down. Let's finish. You'll fall.
Please tell me, even if I fail against Elizabeth, she'll just like create a shortcut or something for me to go through. Like, don't do this to me, game. You want it, right? Surely. Every time you get killed too, you might end up losing all the items you get even before you get to her. Which for most runs probably won't matter too much, but if you end up picking up some rare chests and then end up losing those items as a result, that'd be pretty late. 9k money at floor 8 in the special dungeon, like come on, man. Dead ends everywhere. Finally, a shadow that's scared of us. Those certainly dropped off quick. I know it's floor 8 in like the secret dungeon or whatever. Still. I would love to use the split up function, but then they're just gonna run around and get attacked by the shadows that aren't scared of me. Oh good, this is like the group that I'd really not like to have initiative. Anywho. Especially since they can actually do damage to me as well. If they got initiative, there's no way they're gonna let me walk out of this, huh? I guess I could have gone for the arts first and then dropped the Maggie going, but that's...
There are 4 enemies left.
Those two aren't going to take damage from this. I guess I could have just chained off of those two and then done the electric, but man, you know, after so many fights in this blood, too lazy to do it. Like, I just want them out of my face as quickly as possible.
Take this.
Of course, you guys aren't weak to peers. You're at least neutral to it. I was like, why did you guard take wind damage? And it's like, oh yeah, they wind broke me, because of course they did. Why would you? I mean, it makes sense why you would, but like, why are we? Get 2k XP, man, that would have been good for the others. I mean, I guess my personas are getting XP, but you know, just a casual 62k until the next level up on Vishnu there. Oh good, that was an entire run around in a square, and it's to the day. Come on, man, really? Oh my. This entire set's just a dead end, bruh. Oh. Are you... It's gonna be a dead end again, isn't it? Okay, there's only 2, surely. There. I wonder if the enemy count also, like, increases or decreases your chance of running. All that for chewing soul, great. Uh-huh, yeah, right. I might just end up having to edit these runs out like every Elizabeth attempt. Or maybe just only do the specific run where I beat Elizabeth after this one, because surely nobody's trying to see that every time I attempt Elizabeth, right? Sure. Alright, everybody's full there. I guess if we really want to go that hard on it, we can start dropping chewed souls and whatnot. 7, 8, surely I don't need max for this. Yeah. Well then. I've been waiting. Well,
The adversary I asked you to defeat is now standing before you.
You don't mean...
Yes, I am referring to myself.
Oh no.
I have long sought an understanding of who I am,
Okay.
just as you and my master have done.
Okay.
Those who set foot in the Velvet Room are all destined to embark on this search for identity.
Wow.
You may be able to give me that answer.
I'll give you something, alright. These hands?
Will you do me the honor of fighting me?
Yes.
You have my thanks. Now, shall we begin?
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Who is that?
Alright, you never met Elizabeth?
Is it just me? Or does it seem like she wants to fight?
Really, Fuka?
What? Her power is unbelievable! Who is she?
I'm glad you're with me
Give me a
in this
sec.
fight,
I'll scan the
Fuka.
target.
You know, if there's anybody I really wanted in this fight, it'd be you. Alright, well, surely my charge make you
I
old
make my living as an elevator attendant, but I know several effective ways of inflicting pain.
Oh my.
Don't worry, I'm not as fragile as I look. Try to kill me, if you can.
No, I will.
Persona.
What is this? Who are you? Oh, okay, I guess I'll just die then.
I have chosen
Oh, okay, I guess I'll just die then.
We need you. Please.
Yeah, okay. Oh, good. Oh, well, I guess you could keep retrying from floor not. Okay, honestly, that's not as bad. So something tells me I'm not going to be able to take Vishnu into that fight. Maybe if I nullify any of the elements, she'll just insta-kill Megidol in me because they're like, oh, that's cheating or whatever. Or maybe if I nullify too many of them. Well, if that's the case, oh boy. Who else would I even use instead? But you still have 2 nullifies. Is that gonna trigger her reading at me? It might. You don't even have... You don't really even have it like that either. Not that you're exactly much better either. And you have 2 nullifications and a repel. She might re at me for having that too. Bruh. Nah, surely Sandolphin's okay to use, except he only has the arts attack, basically. And not even a full HP heal, although we have beads, I guess. We can attempt Sandolphin here just to see if she won't just insta-re at me for having Megidol, or insta-Megidol in me. Yes, yes. Uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, right. Yeah, you right. Heard this before. Uh-huh, referring to yourself? Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Nope.
Then I will wait.
Fine, fine. You'll wait here until you're ready. Her power level's over 9,000. Oh, no.
Who is up?
Yeah, regenerate might be a little nice. I don't see it doing all too much for me, though. But,
I'll scan the target.
alright, surely Sandolphin is not enough for you to re-at me like that, right? Magic barrier? Are you gonna re-at me for having that? Maybe, maybe not.
I make
Yeah,
my
yeah,
almost
yeah, we heard this. Your full HP healed?
appreciation.
On your first attack? Oh, okay. Well,
Thank you for my appreciation.
okay.
Are you okay? Please be more careful.
Oh, don't worry, Fuka. I will. Let me just protect myself against that 9,999 Megidolin real quick. Okay, she is definitely set to do this on purpose. Because you're like, oh, I could argument on her. But then she's just gonna heal the full, and then she's gonna just hit me with the second Megidolin and kill me. Okay, so I guess if I literally... Okay, but what if that was just because I threw up the magic shield? What if I pick Sandolphin again, but I don't... but I don't throw on the magic shielding this time? Will that make enough of a difference? Will you re-at me less, Elizabeth? I'm not trying to cheat, Elizabeth. I'm just trying to live, man. Okay, it looks like Elizabeth only has like 20k HP though, based off of how much her Pixie healed her for, which is actually a third of the less HP than Margaret. Of course, we gotta think this is 20k with only one person DPSing her the whole time. So basically, at least in that fight, I only have to drop her the 10,001 HP in order to be able to get rid of her with Argumendon. Unless she has like some form of reflection against it, though I'm not exactly sure how she would. But if there was anybody to have it, it would be her. Why is nobody afraid of me right now? Is it just because I switched to Sandolphin? Is that what it is?
There are 3 enemies. Be careful. I don't think you can get away.
Oh my god. Why is your breath does so much? Okay, I'm not weak to Mahmoud anymore, so that's fine. Samsara, those are two are good against it though. The yards, everybody's good against this. I'm just gonna get reflected right. No, I block it. Right.
Enemies left.
I think at least the two paper dudes were at least neutral too.
One enemy left.
Everybody managed to dodge that. I think I have auto natural evade on Sindolphin. I think that's what happened right there.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
Alright, so if I can't have magic shielding, I probably can't have nullification either. In which case, the best they would probably allow me is resistances. Which is certainly something. I won't say that much. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you could just cheese her so hard if you just had the nullification we do with Vishnu. But yeah, it's a little, but at least let me have one nullification. Like, come on, now, like, you have, what, like 10 different elements to choose from?
3 of them.
And having one nullification is too much? There's we 100% have, like, auto evade. Like, there's no way we'd be dodging all these otherwise. Move, Akihiko, get out the way. Oh my, stop it. Yes, no. I'm very surprised that we don't have Quascodal. It's very strange. He's also not Aeon in this one. I'm pretty sure he was Aeon in 4. I could be wrong though. Alright, if it's not gonna let me run away, then I guess. Yukari's down. The fact that it allowed me to run while Yukari's down, kind of funny. I really gotta find every other way that isn't the stairs every time, huh? Alright, well. If we... Surely nullification and absorption are off the table, which if that's the case, I don't even know who else I can... You have a nullification, you're weak, that's great for me. All of you guys are just gonna be weaker. You repel dark, I mean, that might be an option. You're weak against fire, though. You repel white, so then you'd only be weak to fire. Your attack setup is not great. I don't really want to look up, like, how or, like, what essentially persona setup I need. Not necessarily a killer, but, like, to even enter the fight without getting insta-killed by just getting Meggy Dolan insta-kill spammed, but we're gonna try this. We're not gonna put up any magic barriers. That was probably not the greatest. Although Margaret didn't try and insta-kill us when we threw up insta-kill or not insta-kill barriers, but magic barrier. Alright, no barrier this time. I have, what, only one nullification? I have repel and one nullification. If that's enough to still trigger Elizabeth, then I don't know, we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Caution word? Sure, why not? Love hitting for 100 damage.
I know, don't.
Yep, okay. Well,
Appreciation.
and of course you get double attacks, because why wouldn't you? Alright, so clearly I have to come back into this area with different personas, because even having one nullification, she rees at me. So let's go ahead and get us out of here. Man, I'm gonna have to use something like whack persona or something just to even allow me into that fight, huh? Alright, well, I don't know how I want to do this. Like, I don't want to look up, like, you know, some kind of just, oh, how to be Margaret or an Elizabeth or whatever. I certainly don't want to do that. I just want to see the conditions that I need in order to be able to fight her without her just insta dropping Maggie Dolans, which the only thing I can really think of is no nullifications and no absorptions or repels, like any of those. I think the best I can have is just straight or resistances against it. But I don't know. I'll figure it out on the next one. I really don't want to do any research into it. Maybe I'll just run some, like, I'll just run to Elizabeth and then just try different sets of personas. Not even necessarily to, like, beat her with, but just to see if they essentially qualify, like, which ones qualify and which ones essentially don't qualify for her fight. And then pick the best of those and then attempt it from there. I think that's the way I have to go about it. That or we keep farming up, like, Junpei and Aegis for the Margaret fight is also an option, which I might do off screen. Maybe we'll leave that up to, like, a post or something, whether people find we're seeing that or if they just want me to farm that off screen and then, like, just come back when we can fight Margaret and Elizabeth for real. Anyways, appreciate you guys for watching, and we will continue our attempts at Margaret and Elizabeth on the next seat.